May the words of my lips and the meditations of all our hearts be acceptable in your sight, our rock and our redeemer. Amen. Rocks that are used for building are usually quarried. They're not found lying around higgledy-piggledy, but are dug out of the body of the earth and dragged from there into the sunlight with great effort before being shaped and cut for construction. On the cliffside, just above St. Alban's Head, there's a dry stone wall, and the rocks there have been quarried, although very roughly cut. Even in those unwatered and uneven stones, there is a witness to the effort and the skill of its builders, and to the harmony of natural material and human care, a deep commitment to the craft of construction. And that's particularly clear because along the wall, set at intervals into its dry stones, are phrases from a poem, Beneath Turf and Sky, by Paul Hyland. Each of those phrases were carved by the stonemason Anna Bowen into a slab weighing about half a ton. So this is poetry as an art form, but also as an industrial endeavour. All of those slabs had to be lifted into place with block and tackle, and the wall constructed around those keystones. The poem, Between Turf and Sky, talks of the wall and its stones, and I suppose it talks of its own poetry itself, as becoming the physical place where, through craft and care, and in blood and sweat, the last parts of the English makeup, its turf and its deep delved rocks, meet with the sky over the sea, with a kind of limitless horizon of heaven that it is somehow enabled to touch. That connection from earth to sky elevates what might otherwise be a patch of scrubby turf, wind-blown and nibbled short by sheep, into a place that is fit for this kind of poetry. And it's fit for mooring, and it's fit for worship. Because St. Alban's Head is also the site that was selected for the Royal Marines Association Memorial, and it's the site of the peaceful 13th century chapel of St. Albans. In one phrase from Paul Hyland's poem, the stones themselves and the process of their setting and stationing are described as dark, brought to light. They are transformed, you see, from the base of their origin and given a significance there, in the light of that limitless horizon. Peter's confession of faith, that Jesus Christ is the Anointed One, the Son of the living God, comes from a similarly deep and dark place. The understanding of who Jesus Christ is comes to Peter from a depth of understanding of the nature of God that's beyond speculation or supposition or casting round for a glib phrase or wishful thinking. It was formed by his experience of the deep level of encounter with Jesus. Formed at such a deep level that only the Father could bring it to light. And I think also it is a confession that comes from a place of dark disappointment. For look at who the disciples say other people think Jesus is. Failed prophet, a man murdered for his faith, those who have called for but then not seen the light dawning upon Israel. This confession, this change from dark into light and hope, rather than Peter himself, is the rock, the dark brought to light. It is, if you like, the construction material of all our faith too, and of all our church, of all our confessions ever since. This rock, the words that Jesus Christ is the Messiah, the Son of the living God, elevates all humanity by giving us a language fit to talk of the deepest poetry which is both of and beyond all creation. It enables all humanity to become, and I think this is very important at a time of pandemic, and international political uncertainty and climate crisis. It enables all humanity to become a people whose fear and lament and intercession are accomplished in the light of God's intimate presence alongside us in fear and lament and intercession. It empowers all humanity not only to engage in worship, as we're doing this morning, but for it to be built up, whether or not we are frequently able to come together in the same place and be formed by the Eucharist. We can be built up upon Jesus Christ and by Jesus Christ as his living stones, whose capstone, that architectural feature dragged from the deep and placed at the very summit of the night, holds us together, holds us stable and whole, makes us secure and one in all our own divisions and weaknesses. That capstone is our own acclamation that Jesus Christ is the Messiah, the Son of the living God. That is our dark brought to light.